Hello, fight fans. Welcome to another episode of More Than a Fight podcast. Bienvenidos. I'm your host, Jose Alfredo Alcázar, and this is your co-host,
Juan.
And then we also have behind the scenes,
John.
And this is episode 24, I'm told. Like, we're not keeping up on the numbers as well as I thought we were. I thought we were on 23 today, but 24. And this one is dedicated to the world of boxing. And we had a jam-packed Saturday this past weekend, or yesterday. And surprisingly, we're going to start with the event that I thought had the biggest crowd and actually had one of the more entertaining fights. To me, it's a toss-up, but we'll go over it. And we're starting in Glendale. And, of course, the main event was what, Juanillo?
Jake Paul and Anderson The Spider Silva, one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
What do you think, John? I mean, what'd you expect? Let's say, what did we expect going?
I expected it to go all 8. I did think that Silva was going to win. But
yeah, I did too.
But he did give Paul problems.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
I just wish, not wish. I didn't think Silva let his hands go enough.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
And then even after the fight, Silva did say that the game plan that they used wasn't right. And which, I mean, it is true because like he was hurting him.
Yeah,
and,
what do you say they wanted to do? I didn't watch the post fight.
So they were thinking they were just going to outpoint him.
Oh.
You know, and really where he should have taken him because Paul was trying to take it to Silva.
Yeah. I mean, he has to prove a point. I'm sure it weighs on Paul too because he needs to put on a show. He's doing all these fights. He's setting them up, and I don't know about this crowd because Silva's such a big name, but I mean, he's getting it's his show per se right now.
Oh, 100%.
So.
And I think that's kind of one of the big things about this whole fight and card was the card itself was entertaining, you know? But before we get that, I think, yes, it was a good performance by Paul. I think it was a little bit closer than the scorecard said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was like one round, maybe 2 rounds, but then the knockdown that makes it 3 points.
Yeah.
All right.
It matters.
For those, well, I'll give you guys my take real quick. For those of you that have Facebook, go check out our page. I wrote a little piece on this fight for the simple reason that I've been one of those people that since the moment Jake Paul started this odyssey of boxing, I thought it was a joke. I thought he was a joke. I didn't take it seriously. I thought he was going to be just a one-trick pony and just, make some money off of one fight, maybe 2. Nowhere did I see myself ever giving this dude credit in the fashion in which I have opted to. From the sense that I think he has really, he's demanded the respect. He's earned the respect.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or not, whether you're a boxing fan or a casual fan or a social media fan, or as they say, boxing purist, I think he has definitely earned the respect. And whether you like him or not, what happened last night was boxing.
Yeah.
Both men showed that they took it seriously. They showed skill. They showed conditioning. I would argue that Jake Paul even showed ring IQ. If you pay attention, if you watch the entire fight, by the 8th round, both dudes looked like they could have gone 10, even 12 rounds. That's how good their conditioning was, which tells me they took this seriously. And then if you watch Jake Paul, his evolution is something to just marvel at because the guy's never had amateur fights. Not that he's fighting or has fought a professional as of yet, but Anderson Silva is the closest you can get to a professional boxer because Anderson Silva is that good. Not just in MMA, but just overall fighting. The man is skilled, and he showed it even at 41 years or 47 years of age, right?
47.
That's a 12-year difference because Jake Paul's 25.
That's not 12 years.
It's not?
It's 22 years.
Yeah. But anyways.
Oh, my bad. Oh, shit. I got to rewrite that in the piece I wrote.
Yeah.
It was 6 a.m. But anyway, I just wanted to just give Jake Paul props because The man was throwing combinations. The man was keeping his distance. He did what he needed to do, and especially in the if you want to call them championship rounds or when it counted, he put Anderson Silva down. And even when Anderson Silva was bringing the fight to him and finally starting to really throw meaningful punches, Paul weathered the storm and he put him down, and that's what won him the fight, in my opinion. But again, I just want to give respect to Jake Paul, and more so because he has taken it seriously.
Well,
He has shown fight after fight after fight that he has shown respect to the sport, and he works on his craft. You have to give him the man props. Chad Dawson helped him get ready for this fight. So it shows that he knows what he's doing, and he's got people in his camp and brings people into his camp that know the game, and obviously the man studies. So props to him. And like I said, I never thought I would be saying that now I'm a fan of him, honestly.
Well, I think it's kind of goes along the lines you're saying is they're actually building a decent sized promotion. I mean, if you really think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at this footage of the crowd. I mean,
Yeah.
he's filling a stadium in Arizona.
And this was the biggest crowd of the night, which says a lot because we had the return of Vasyl Lomachenko. We had in San Diego Jojo Diaz against Willaim Zepeda, which turned out to be a great fight. I mean, for the most part. And then you had Katie Taylor in the UK, and I don't think she did this kind of a crowd either in the UK.
Well, I think the UK one was actually pretty big, but it's big out there all the time. But speaking of the crowd, though, like him and his brother are really actually building a pretty big promotion. You know, like they have Amando Serrano in their camp. They have that new. He was on the co-main.
Ashton.
Yeah.
Slive
knocked the guy out
Sil?
in 30 seconds, first round, which I didn't like the stoppage, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia went with him 5 rounds, maybe. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
yeah,
with Rodriguez.
yeah, with Rodriguez.
Got
Yeah.
it. But no, yeah. You gotta, like I said, the man is taking it seriously. He's got Amanda Serrano, this young kid from Long Beach, Ashton Slive.
Silv,
Silv?
Silv.
So speaking of the crowd, you got
Oh.
Mr. Nate Diaz himself got kicked out. Yeah, he started some ruckus in the back and slapped somebody from Jake's Paul team. And I think the Nate Diaz Army got kicked out. But if you look at his T-shirt, you see that? NDA Boxing.
Nate Diaz boxing, huh?
Nate Diaz Army Boxing.
Ah.
So that was Jake Paul's call-out, right? Was Nate Diaz and Canelo. Which, okay.
Yeah, Canelo ain't gonna happen, but Diaz, yes, it's gonna happen. I don't see why not. Yeah, it's gonna
I
happen.
think it's too much. Diaz is too small.
Diaz is way too small.
Yeah. But
And I never thought his boxing was as good as people say, but that's just me.
What weight do you think Jake could go down to if, let's say, they wanted?
It's
if
gonna be
Diaz said,
100.
okay.
It's gonna be 180 something
But-
still.
Jake
Yeah,
Paul's
'cause
not going
Jake's
to
a
go down
big
to
guy.
185.
Because
No,
I
he
saw
fought
that.
at 187.
This fight?
Yeah, that was
Oh, that's
187.
right. That's right.
I saw that footage of him. I think it was backstage with David Benavidez. They're about the same size.
Yeah.
But Benavidez, you could tell, must be getting ready to fight because he looked very slim.
Yeah.
So theoretically, Jake Paul could make 168 because they're about the same size. But no, I think they could fight at what, 175?
Nah, he ain't gonna.
You don't
agree
think
to
he
go,
would?
ain't
He
gonna
can
agree to
make
go
what's
low.
that, light heavyweight?
He's gonna. If it gets made, it's gonna be
180?
catch weight. It's gonna
See?
be 180.
I mean,
something.
listen, it's crazy that, and I think it's going to take time, but even then, like, it's winning people like you over, where it's like, no, this guy's really putting on a real boxing promotion where it's actually entertaining. Yes, there is some stupid fights on the card. You know, it is what it is, like any other card. But, you know, it's actually entertaining. I mean, speaking of, like, we had Santiago versus Nieves,
Yes, sir.
which
That
was
was a
actually really good
rematch
fight.
from I want to say 4 years ago,
And this was, yeah.
and then which Santiago won. Oh no, they drew back then, I think.
Yes.
And well, Santiago broke him down. Well, I thought Nieves was fighting fine, but his corner stopped it. So
Well, at the end of what was it?
6th or 7th,
The sixth round, when Nieves was going back to his corner, you could tell he had been hit with some really good shots because he would look like he was um on wobbly feet, or you could tell he had taken some hits. So I mean, I don't know. Obviously, the corner knows their fighter better than anyone because they have him in camp. They see things that we don't see. They know things that we don't know.
Right.
Maybe they felt he was just taking too many shots. And then when he got back to the corner, he wasn't responsive the way they wanted him to respond. So they basically said, let's live to see another fight. Let's regroup and we'll come back. I was surprised by the stoppage because even in that round, Nieves was still landing shots on Santiago, even though Santiago, you could tell, was slowly but surely breaking him down and landing the bigger shots without a doubt. But I mean, it was surprising that they stopped it.
Yeah. I mean, it happened. So
No, I mean, and it just shows like there is some legit boxing on the card. And then we'll transition to some new guy.
Uriah Hall.
Uriah Hall versus Le'Veon Bell. Both their pro debuts. I didn't realize because the other one with AP was exhibition. This was actually Bell's pro debut.
I mean, both in good shape, as you can see there. I mean, they came prepared.
Came prepared. They, if you saw before the fight, they were talking a lot about mental health. And like Uriah was talking about how he's suicidal after he left the UFC.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And AP was also talking about depression.
Le'Veon?
Le'Veon. And so, yeah, they both came in as gentlemen. Like, what else do you see from Uriah Hall?
Uriah Hall's always super nice, though.
Yeah. But he wasn't very nice that night.
Well, I'm glad he wasn't, because a lot of times when he was fighting in the UFC, he would hold back. He didn't want to hurt people. He said he felt bad hurting people. So that's not a good thing to be. Well, Pacquiao did it too for a while. Remember, he said he didn't want to hurt anyone.
But some guys know how to compartmentalize and understand when I get in here, I'm doing a job.
Oh, that showed you that Le'Veon Bell is still very green. Uriah is just, I mean, he's been fighting
20-something years.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. But, I mean, if Le'Veon is going to do what he said he's going to do, which I don't see
why not, right? Yeah, he should, yeah.
Because you could see he has something there as far as for that level. I think he should rematch Uriah because Uriah was flat-footed, and I think if Le'Veon works on his footwork and maybe how to throw a punch here and there, set up a combination or two, he might be able to beat Uriah Hall. You don't think he could beat him in a ring?
No, I never said that. It's just not going to happen.
No, Uriah Hall wants Jake Paul.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen yet either.
Yeah.
I think Jake Paul knocks him out based on what we saw.
It'll be, I don't know. But yeah, that ain't going to happen.
I kind of agree with you on that.
Well, from that card, that's really it, no?
No, there was some other, like the Slive kid.
Yeah.
But that was only 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's. I mean, he's 18. He's 8-0, 9-0.
Yeah, it's hard to
all KOs.
He's green. You got. They're doing it the right way.
But
Jake and his team progression. He's
young.
Hey,
you know what? As a fight card on a Saturday, the last one of the night, I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they had a lot of celebrities there too.
Oh, 100%. They had
a lot of
all
fighters.
The UFC leaders, yeah.
Obviously, a lot of UFC people. So it was a very impressive crowd. Like I said, I think in the U.S. for sure it was the biggest crowd, without a doubt.
100%. So we'll move on to the next biggest crowd, which is gonna be Vasyly Lomachenko versus Jamaine Ortiz.
High Tech, and they're both nicknamed the Technician. Oddly enough,
Jamaine Ortiz stock went up. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
No. You know what? And it's funny. I was trying when I was looking for stuff, couldn't find anything of Jamaine doing work, like a little bit, And then the judges' scorecards, they had Vasiliy winning like the first 6 rounds. I was like, "Are you crazy?"
The first 6? No, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, he won the end of the fight, but I don't know about the first 6 rounds.
No, yeah, 100%.
But we also have to take into account because I was thinking about this when I was like watching it again, and then I wanted to write something about it. I was like, wait, you know what? Why aren't we thinking about the ring rust? And it's a decent amount of ring rust.
10 months.
No, more than that. Wasn't it? Oh, no, you're right. 249 days, I think,
Yeah.
that he's been out of the ring. So, not that I'm trying to take away from what Ortiz did, because You went in with arguably one of the best fighters of this generation, and you could stack him up against any generation at that weight class, and Lomachenko would be top 3 without a shadow of a doubt. So for Ortiz to put on the type of display he did against a guy like Vasyly Lomachenko, nothing but respect, and he has a lot to go. And I think this is good for him because this was the 17th fight. He was 16-0, and all you can do is learn from this, especially against somebody like Lomachenko. He got to see the best. So if he didn't learn anything, I shouldn't say it that way. He learned a lot, and he's going to be much, much better after this, without a doubt. And I think we're going to hear from him a lot in 2023.
Yep.
But Devin Haney was ringside. So what do you think, one of you?
Well, that was my question because a lot of people were like, "Oh, he looks washed. Like he's not ready for Haney. He's not ready." I mean, they already had the graphics ready for him. This was.
I mean, Lomachenko's not getting any younger. I mean, if he's gonna do anything, it's gonna be now.
Yeah. If I were him, I'd go for Devin Haney because not that I'm trying to disrespect the champ, but he just doesn't have the punching power that Shakur Stevenson has. So if I'm Haney, I go for. If I'm Lomachenko, I go for Haney. Not that Haney's going to be easy, and I actually think Haney has a very good chance of beating Lomachenko because of his age and how many fights he's been in. But Stevenson's a whole nother.
But you thought
another ball game.
But you guys thought his performance was on par and what he usually looks like?
No.
Okay.
But that's based on the opponent also. Maybe Jamaine Ortiz, he's just taller. Maybe he was just tricky, hard to get into. I don't know.
Well,
but Lomachenko's always going to be the shorter guy also.
Yeah, I was going to say Haney and Shakur are taller. But I think it's more so the ring rust. Being out of the ring, being focused on something as serious as Lomachenko was focused on, which we all know was being in his home country. And we don't know exactly what he was doing over there, but obviously he was being supportive. He was just had a very, very intense experience and something we can't even begin to measure.
Yeah.
So then to come back and fight, again, I don't want to take anything away from Ortiz, but if we saw Vasiliy, let's say he had just had 2 fights under his belt and now he's going to fight Ortiz to get ready for Haney, I think he would have looked different. I think he might have even stopped Ortiz or maybe beat him a little bit easier.
No, I agree with you. But talking about the Paul card, this was actually a really good card as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a good fan card, I guess you can say. You know, because we also had Robeisy.
That's right.
Ramirez.
Yeah, Ramirez.
Against Matias.
Yeah, it was a rough night in the office for Matias Romero.
But I thought in the early part of the fight, he was giving Robeisy a lot of problems.
Like
Robeisy
the first
wasn't
round.
Yeah. Well, no, the first couple rounds, I thought Matias was doing a very good job. And then eventually Robeisy started really figuring him out a little and started landing the cleaner punches. But, I mean, Matias came to fight, so you got to admire him for that.
Agreed. I mean, Matias fought Pitbull, too, and went the distance. And Robeisy knocked him out. And we know Pitbull hits hard and all that stuff. He's relentless, but couldn't knock him out like he did.
Yeah, and speaking of relentless, he said he wants the winner of Navarrete and Valdez.
All right.
Which either guy won't be easy.
Well, I hope one of them happens. And
I think it will. I don't see why it wouldn't happen, especially because they're under the same banner.
Yeah, I think he looked good.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, had a little adversity at the start.
Yes,
came back and closed it out. You know, but yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean because Navarrete is more
he's not
more active with his punches. I would think that would be a tougher fight for Robeisy versus Valdez, but who knows? Valdez might come out and look great again. He learned a lot from fighting somebody like Stevenson, so you never know. I think either guy is going to give him trouble, but for me, Navarrete is a tougher fighter. Or what do you think?
Styles make fights, and yes. I think if Valdez fights him, he's going to try to box him, and I don't think that's the smartest game plan because this guy's
No,
skill wise, and he's a southpaw too. So
yeah,
and
Cubanos
then
always have great
Navarrete is just
boxing
tricky.
skill.
He's tricky, long, and throws punches from everywhere. You don't know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So. I mean, Navarrete is a tough matchup for anyone.
Oh hell yeah.
Well, what do we got next, John?
Well, the next one is little Torrez Jr.
Yes,
taking
sir.
care of business. Looking
Yeah.
like
He's a very, very, very fast heavyweight.
that he did show that in the fight.
Had a southpaw, and I mean, he's up and coming. He's not fighting no one known yet, and it's expected to knock him out. But he's doing what he's supposed to do, and
knocking the people out.
Yeah, we'll be hearing more from him.
Yeah, I'm curious to see because what was it? The Big Baby, right? We haven't seen him fight in a while. And so that's another
in Argentina.
Yeah,
I don't even know what happened with that.
I don't even know if he can be licensed in the U.S. I don't know if anyone wants to deal with
Really?
him.
Because he fought in South America for a reason.
Because he got caught with steroids twice.
There you go.
Twice.
And a few.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was just one or two.
So
he's like, nah, son, let me get those. Let me get what you
those
got.
Performance enhancing drugs.
And real quick, just to touch on this fight with Torres.
Yeah.
Not anything to do with the fighters. The ref. I did not like the ref at all. He did a horrible job.
Took a point away for holding.
But not even that. He was like right here
out of position
in the mid. Yes, out of position, right in between the fighters. I'm like, he got in their way how many times? And the fight didn't even go the distance.
Or he was behind him and he'd get pushed back. He was not it there.
I like to believe they grade the refs. So this cat, to me, got a D or F. Because that was horrible. So
that was terrible.
Get away from them. What are you doing? They're big guys at that. That was just, I didn't like that ref at all.
Yeah.
And then, do you want to touch on Nico next? Or do you want to do...
No, let's jump over the pond.
Oh, you don't want to touch on Nico Ali?
Okay, he won. He was supposed to win.
Yeah.
There's nothing to touch about.
Well, he keeps winning.
No, and hey, I mean, he just like Torrez Jr., like we're talking about, is that he blew through the guy, had no problem. Although Billy Wagner was a beast and talking shit halfway through the fight, getting his ass beat
from bare knuckle fights, right? That's where he came from.
Well, I think I don't think he came from, but
he's fought there. Yeah, he has a pro record and everything, but he's fought bare knuckle.
Yeah.
So
he's a fighter.
Mofo. Yeah. And then let's go to Katie Taylor over in England.
Across the pond.
Yeah.
And domination like we expected, basically.
I mean, we all knew this was gonna happen. It was a showcase for her, and she did exactly what she was supposed to.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is sometimes Taylor gets a little too silly and takes unnecessary punches. And that for somebody who's 36, it's gonna accumulate, or it has, I should say, because that's what happened with Amanda Serrano. She just wanted to throw, and that's where her and Amanda went at it. And she's got to be careful with that again, because you wear that. It doesn't, that effect of catching those punches doesn't go away. Well, and Carabajal came to fight. You always got to appreciate when the other fighter knows that they're going to this person's home, or not home country, but it's her backyard. And she's the undisputed champion, and she just came from beating Amanda Serrano. So you got to give Carabajal props for
you could see it after the fight that she was like, hey, you made it 12 rounds.
10 rounds, yeah.
10 rounds. Like, they were congratulating themselves that she made it through, which is kind of my point, where Taylor has the ability to finish her. And then
she has a punching power. I don't know.
No. Not even like, I'm talking about like knockout, but like just standing TKO. She has the ability to do that. And that's why like she keeps taking these stupid shots, because she just lets the fight drag on. I don't know.
Yeah. No, yeah. I feel she takes unnecessary punishment.
She likes to feel alive.
She needs to do a better job with that. But I think she's also on the back end. I think she has maybe 2-3 more fights left in her.
Yeah.
Of course, this is the one we all want to see, the rematch.
Broke Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they were talking about it right after the fight as well.
Yes,
sir. Like, it's almost like a done deal, and hopefully so.
Yeah, it was a great
fight.
First one was great. Second one better be better.
Oh, I think it will be. because Amanda believes she can beat her, and if she doesn't, I know I might believe Amanda believes she can beat Katie Taylor because she hurt Katie Taylor. Had she done a better job in that round or even the following round, I think she might have even knocked out Katie Taylor.
No, if you look at the CompuBox numbers from that fight, Serrano outlanded Taylor.
I can see that.
Yeah.
She just, like I said,
Taylor.
she just didn't capitalize when she had her hurt.
Mhm.
So it'll be a great rematch. I can't wait for that, and I hope it does happen in Belfast because Katie Taylor deserves that homecoming. But be careful what you wish for, because if you feel that pressure of you're at home, and I think she'll take even more of a risk because she's going to be at home, which gives Amanda Serrano a better chance of winning this time, I believe. So I think it will actually could potentially backfire on Katie Taylor because she's going to feel that energy of the crowd, and she's going to want to trade because she has that in her. You see it.
That, or it's going to be like Conor McGregor performance in front of Belfast when he just spoke the competition. It's one of those things.
Yeah, you're right. It could go either way.
Depends on the fighter. Some fighters thrive. Some fighters
they feel the pressure. Yeah,
so,
you're right.
I mean,
and so talk about the biggest upset of the night.
All right,
and that is Jonathan Gill versus Kiko Martinez.
Jordan Gill.
Jordan.
I don't see this as an upset, and I don't know why I didn't bet on this, dude. I'm sure I said it last week. I thought Kiko was gonna win anyways, and
I think you might have said it.
Yeah,
actually,
I'm pretty
we were
sure.
discussing
Kiko
it.
ran through him.
Yeah, man. It's unfortunate because Gill was supposed to be one of Britain's stars or up and coming stars.
100%.
And I don't know how much that previous fight took out of him, but this was shocking to see him get put down that many times because Kiko Martinez is, I think, 38 now. And he just won't go away. He knocked out Kid Galahad, and now look, he takes down Jordan Gill. He's coming after the Brits left and right. And he wants Warrington, if I'm not mistaken.
Warrington's going to lose his next fight?
Or is it?
No, you want Lee Wood.
Lee Wood, bro.
You want Lee Wood, but with this win, he is now mandatory for Warrington.
Okay,
so
that's
what I
he's
was
mandatory for a belt anyway. So
yes, for the IBF.
So he's going to fight El Venado next. Okay, let's go.
But, dude, I mean,
at Kiko,
36 years old?
One of the greatest Spanish fighters ever.
Oh, the greatest Spanish fighter right now is the guy that beat Mikey Garcia.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's good. He's good.
He
always brings it. He's always in there.
Also, another fight through the towel.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The corner stopped it. But this one, rightfully so. Yeah, I thought they did a good job. No, well, was it? I thought the ref was the one that stopped it.
No. You can see.
Or maybe I didn't catch the angle right.
Rewatch the end. You'll see them throwing the towel, and then like right
yeah,
at the same time, the ref is calling it off.
I think Gill needs to sit out for a bit, 6, maybe 9 months, even maybe even a year. Just sit out,
bro.
No, because you can't take that kind of punishment back to back. That's not good.
Well, work on your defense.
That's what I'm saying. So sit out for a while.
Yeah, I think
he took a beating.
I think it's just a great day of fights in general.
Yeah, well,
we have UFC coverage we're going to talk about, but we'll do that in a later episode because it's such a weird card.
We still have Zepeda and Jojo.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh,
that's what I was like.
You're right.
Yeah, because the zone had 2.
That was a fight I was excited about.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on.
You don't have to put anything up.
We can just talk about it.
Don't worry about it. I have it.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. But yes, we're gonna because the zone had two cards. The one in England, and then this one that we're about to discuss.
Oh my God!
In San Diego, California, at the Pechanga Arena.
Yeah, San Diego's new arena over there, and Well, no,
they
the
just
Pechanga remodeled or whatever.
I don't know why they just don't tear that shit down and build something new there.
Man,
come on, man.
Yeah,
that thing's been there since I was a little kid.
Yeah, Jojo, former world champion. He's a Zepeda. He came to light over here in the U.S. at least last year when he beat Tanahara.
El Camaron.
And they brought him in to lose, I'd say. But he looked so good. His last fight, he didn't look as good. I mean, he looked good, but
he struggled a little.
He struggled against Alvarado.
Yes.
And then now Jojo, which was a former world champion, and Jojo beat Tevin Farmer.
Yes.
He wouldn't quit against who beat him? Haney, right? Was it
Yes,
Haney?
Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but he always fights. He's not one to quit or anything.
No, yeah, and he showed that. He
has the experience. So no, he showed that. But yeah, no, freaking those 7-8 punch combinations. That's a bit that was throwing.
Yeah,
away.
man, it was from the get-go.
Bro, I fucking made it. I don't know where it is.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're
cares?
touching on it right now.
No, because
Right
that
now
was the
it's
whole
gonna happen.
thing. Just the flow from Zepeda, just the constant combo. And then Diaz had some moments, caught him with the right hand. And
Well, I mean, he's not known as a power puncher either. I mean, you could tell he felt it though, because
100%.
Zepeda would pull back, but Jojo's not known as a puncher. And what if Zepeda does fight a puncher? How's he gonna react when a real puncher catches him like that?
But it was just impressive to see. For every punch Jojo threw, Zepeda would come back with, it seemed like 6.
Oh,
Jojo would throw, let's say, a 1-2-3 punch combination, and then Zepeda would come back with 7.
Dude,
And this was round after round after round. I was like, damn.
he stays in shape.
Yeah,
man.
and then there were a few times where Jojo would land a beautiful combination, and he even hurt Zepeda at one point, but then Zepeda just came right back and said, okay, here you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that was just like, damn.
And he mixes up his punches so well. He
Oh,
goes
I know.
up, down, up,
The
down.
body work, he came across, uppercuts, jabs, straight rights.
That's good stuff.
It was just impressive. And I think, to me, this was Oscar de la Hoya saying, okay, let's see what you got. I'm going to put you in with one of my best guys.
Look at him go again. Willaim Zepeda.
I mean, I got to respect Jojo because, damn, Jojo took a beating. He took shots from every single angle. And I didn't realize this until Boxing Scene put it up. It says Willaim Zepeda sets CompuBox record. He threw, if this is right, am I reading this right? 1,536 punches.
what?
That is insane. If I'm reading this right, which I let you know, yeah, landed to the body, right?
Dude, even his
Jabs, punches,
everything. He threw a lot. He landed a lot.
So
Jojo's a
Jojo
top
threw
mofo.
607. He more than doubled Jojo's output, which sounds about right.
Wait,
So
where-
Jojo totaled through 607 to 1,536 of Willaim Zepeda. That
where are you
is
getting
insane.
1,500?
Go all the way to right there. You see it? Total punches landed. You had it on there.
There you go.
Or am I reading that wrong? See right there?
It says 1,500 on the bottom. 1,536.
Total punches.
Total punches.
Right there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That is insane. That is what you call conditioning to the extreme.
I mean, even though who was it? The Latin snake at the end. They were all
Oh,
long
yeah.
punches.
I did not like Sergio Mora because in the mid point of the fight, he was talking about their arm punches.
Shit.
I'm like, what are you talking about, arm punches? And then in the very next round, you see Zepeda throw another 6, 7, 8 combination back to back to back and back up Jojo, hurt Jojo. I don't know. I think it was one of those California things that Mora was trying to back his boy, in my opinion. Because that was like, come on, bro. What are you talking about?
No, I can't wait to see him again. He should be fighting hopefully in 3-4 months, huh?
I would say fight of the night.
Yes. Yes. To me, yes, because
Or you
I mean,
think
excitement wise
Nieves-
for me, I was most
Yes.
excited for it. So I mean,
Nieves Santiago
no,
or no?
I say this one.
Yeah, fight of the night.
So the
I mean,
previous record was Efrain Hinojosa with 1,507 punches against Lamar Murphy in 2001.
Dang.
I had never known that was a record. Damn, that is crazy
Good for
to
him.
throw that many. But now my question is, who would you want to see Zepeda fight next? Realistically, of course, we have the fantasy and then the realistic.
Well, he's not going to fight he's not going to find Devin Haney. That's not yet.
But he
right.
just put himself in position to fight a top guy.
I mean, top guy, Cambosos.
I would love to see Cambosos. I think that is a perfect matchup. Only because Kambosos still can generate money because he's still somewhat of a name, even though Devin Haney basically blanked him 2 fights in a row, 24 rounds. Second fight, you could argue he got beaten even worse.
He's still ranked up high, though.
But then again, I don't know if I'm Kambosos if I want to get my ass beat again 3 times in a row. So maybe not Kambosos because of that. But, of course, Kambosos is a very good option if you give him a decent amount of money.
A lot of people are talking about Isaac Cruz.
Mm.
I don't think that happens because it's Showtime.
I'm just saying,
And they're having problems making Garcia and Tank, and that's a money fight, a massive fight.
Garcia claims he's accepting whatever they offer.
Yes, I heard that.
So,
and Oscar in his pink shirt was saying that too.
Yeah. So no, that was lots of. We talked about a lot because there was a lot.
Oh
so.
yes.
I mean, I think we covered everything now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, other than some small fights like
Alexis Rocha was on here. He was the co-main.
Yeah, Tiger Johnson winning. He was 6-0.
Yeah, they were showcase fights. They showcased them. They did what they had to do.
Yeah, and then like I said, UFC was weird, but other than that, I think.
Oh well, would you want to touch on UFC later?
No. I mean, the only thing really is.
I just want to talk about the knees. I think that sucked.
No.
Well, that happens. That guy messed up his own knee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, next week.
That's next week, and I can't wait.
Boom.
I cannot wait for this.
But then when we also have,
and even the undercard right there, I think Camaron and McCaskill is going to be a good fight too.
Yeah, but this Tuesday.
That's right. I'm glad you brought this one up.
Kyoguchi's a good fighter, man. I didn't know this was happening.
Yeah,
yes.
Tuesday.
I'm gonna wake up at 5 then.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on.
Oh, it's gonna happen in Europe?
No.
No.
That's the advertisement.
Yeah. This is gonna be in Saitama.
Super there it is. Yeah, I see it now.
Ichiban.
Well, what kind of record does Teraji have? Because he's a champion also.
Dude, this is gonna be one hell of a fight, man.
What is it, Hori?
I don't know his first name, bro.
Kenshiro.
Kenshiro Teraji versus
Hiroto. Is that him?
No,
he looks different, right? Is that him?
Kenshiro
Teraji. No, it is it. That's it, man. Oh, this is a huge fight, actually.
Yeah, I can't. I think we're gonna have to stay up.
Dude,
this
Teraji's ranked #1 in the world in this weight class.
Oh no, yeah, this is gonna be fireworks. I don't see how it isn't.
Oh man, actually,
Teraji's 19-1. Kyoguchi is
he's undefeated, 16-0.
Yeah, 16-0.
Oh no, this is actually gonna be a great fight.
It's gonna be 5 a.m. Eastern.
Ooh, 2 in the morning. Ooh.
Light flyweight.
I guess
these dudes are little.
So
the little dudes
estimated
put on the best fights.
Estimated walk time will be 4 a.m.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it later in the day.
I almost want to watch it live, but I'll see.
I'm not gonna watch it live.
Depending on
4 a.m. is crazy.
This guy's ranked #1 in the world. He lost, but then next fight he rematched and he knocked the guy out. The guy that beat him.
Yeah.
But he's #1 in the world.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be great. Yeah, don't miss that one. This is gonna be great.
Damn.
That's all I gotta say. I think that's all we got. That's all we got. So what do we do, Alfredo?
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button, and check out our social media pages, especially Facebook. I just posted that article about Jake Paul and Anderson Silva. For those of you who like those lads, check it out. Let me know what you think.
See you guys soon.
All right. Just bleed.